Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Blue version. Today we finish up Silph Co. Last time we went around and we finally got the key card. The key card is going to let us open up all the doors throughout the building. So that is what our objective is. I'm back on the first floor so we can just start working through each floor, opening up the doors. That way we don't have to worry too much about the warp panel. So we found the lady with self-destruct again, so that's checked off. Come down here, and we haven't fought this guy before. Help, I'm a self-employee. And this is why I kind of battle them as we go along, to kind of help us understand where we've been. So this is one thing that also I found interesting about this with later games, is that I know in Gen 2 it gets mentioned that some of the Silph Co employees actually joined Team Rocket. So this guy battling us, it could mean one of two things. He could either be battling us because he got scared and we just happened to walk up on him, or he's joined Team Rocket and is trying to stop us now. Kind of like the evolution of the world, how things move on and people sometimes do crazy stuff. Let's keep Parasy going. We rarely need to get him caught up on levels. He has fallen behind. Kind of not a shocker due to how defensively he's not that great, as I've said many times, but I still really enjoy him on the team. Hey, and we grew a level! Alright, let's keep our Spore going to help mitigate him taking that damage. We are full health, so let's try to go for some body slams. That power jump, because of the difference in attack, is really good. Alright, another Wheezing. Another Spore. And let's hopefully get the knockout with 2 body slams. Alright, there's one, and it did take it around half health, so as long as we don't get kind of a lower roll, we should get the knockout, and we did get a lower roll. But luckily, with it asleep, even if it did wake up this turn and we miss, we still get an extra turn on it. How did you know I was a rocket? So he could be pretending to have been a Team Rocket member to trick us, or he did switch over. Okay, we got this area done. Alright, so first floor is clear. I still think there is one warp tile we kind of still have to take as we go along. Okay, I don't think there was any warp well, there's warp tiles up here, but there were no doors. Head down. We already fought him. Let's open up this door. Okay, just a warp tile. Don't have to worry about it for right now. Okay, let's pick up this item. Hyper Potion. And I know we haven't been in this room, so we'll fight this guy here. I support Team Rocket more than I support Silph. Okay, so this is a better example of someone swapping over, probably. An Electrode. So very fast, but not necessarily that defensive. Okay, so Light Screen, but we can use Spore still. And as long as we use our physical attacks, it should not affect us. So Body Slam still does a good amount of damage. Okay. A Wheezing. Be taking out plenty of these using Paracy. Another Spore. Oops. Spamming A too quick and accidentally spored again. Did wake up, but we'll keep the Body Slams going. Does hit us with Sludge. That'll probably do a good amount of damage. Oh, almost got a knockout. And we got Poison on top of that. Alright. Let's use Leech Life to gain some health back. I'd rather stick with being poisoned for a little bit, because I don't think I have an item to heal us. Yep, nope. Alright. Sorry, Paracy. Okay, I think that's it for this floor. Alright, well, I'm gonna make sure. Probably just wasting health, yep. And there shouldn't be anything on the other side. So I'm gonna go up. We'll go to the next floor. Okay, so Paracy is going to get, well, it's going to faint this turn, but let's get off some spores. Okay, so we'll keep Kaiser in. Keep thrashing about. And lastly, a Cubone. And we thrash it out. Oh, it barely survived. And we're confused, but oh, another thrash should knock it out if we don't hit ourselves. Okay, luckily if you do hit yourself in confusion with thrash, it doesn't keep you locked in. Okay. Alright, so there's that room checked off. Let's keep going around. Oop. Team Rocket has taken command of Silph Co. No. Never to guess that. Send out Machop. And we send out Kaiser. Let's use Strength. Okay, Rock Slide will hopefully knock it out. And Kaiser grows to level 39. Alright. Open up this area. Okay. Battle the scientists. My Pokemon are my loyal soldiers. Yep, don't like them. You have one. You have only one Pokemon. What do you mean your Pokemon are your loyal soldiers? Okay, well, let's just hit it with Thrash. And it's knocked out. Darn, you weak Pokemon. Yep, definitely don't like that guy. Okay. Now let's switch Isis up front. And let's continue. Okay, another area. Keycard opens it. Multiple items. An escape rope. Full heal. Well, that would have helped earlier. Max revive. That's going to be a good item for later. And then a guy hiding in the back. Shh. You can't see I'm hiding. So I believe this is like supposed to be a storage room, and he's in the back hiding behind all the stuff, hoping not to get found. Alright. Alright, before I move on to the next floor, I'm going to go heal up. That way we can get Paraseed leveled up some more. See you in just a second. Alright, I'm back. We'll continue on. And, wait, was this the floor I was just on? Yep. This is what happens when you don't keep track of what floor you're on. Big place. Easy to get lost. Okay. So this is where we found the key card initially. Okay, we did not check over here. We found a single item, a protein. That's good for our physical attack. Okay, we did check over here. So this room is already cleared out. Alright, next floor. Let's head over here first. Some more items. Granted, I'm worried about my backspace. We can kind of work around it. HP up. No more room for items. Alright, so items. Let's see here. Okay, we don't need the escape rope. Yeah. Let's see what this is. An X accuracy. Not that great of an item, but that rotten president, he shouldn't have sent me to the Tiski branch. Tiski branch. Wonder what the... Okay. So apparently in Fire Red Leaf Green, if you talk to him, he mentions that line, but he says it's a Russian no man's land. So I presume the joke with that is he sends them off to like someplace, you know, cold and miserable because he was not that great of an employee, or there was something with him, or sent him there for some reason. Now he's back and mad at the president. So that's why he's battling us and joining Team Rocket. Okay. Paracy's finally starting to get caught back up in levels. Luckily, the Spore combo is such a good move on him. Just keep one more body slam. We get the knockout. Gain some more experience. Another Magnemite. Probably a body slam can knock it out since it almost got Magneton. Yep. And his last Pokemon is another Coughing. And we use Body Slam once more. There we go. Missed with Smog. And we don't miss with Body Slam for the win. Shoot. Okay. So, another Team Rocket member. How dare you? You dare betray Team Rocket? So I presume this guy thinks we were already here and we're now fighting against them. Or that line makes no sense. Granted, he was confused. He had a question mark. See what his in-game, in-battle dialogue says. That might help us figure it out. And Body Slam. And lastly, a Golbat. We'll keep Paracy in, even though this isn't the best matchup, but as always, we'll try to get that Spore off so we can hopefully get the win. But that Screech is a very dangerous move to get used, with Paracy already not being that defensive and Flying type being a physical attack. So if it hit us with a flying move, it probably would guarantee a knockout then. But Paracy grows to level 39 and is trying to learn Slash. Alright. Yes, I want to have him learn Slash. Okay. So now, this is where kind of a debate comes in. Part of me feels like we might need to get rid of Body Slam because it overlaps, but also Mega Drain isn't that great on him. So I feel like get rid of Mega Drain and we just have Slash and Body Slam. That way we have two good physical attacks on him, but we still have Leech Life to heal up. Kind of a waste of a TM, but it didn't turn out as effective as I wanted it to be. Oh, we got called Trader. Alright, Team Rocket is trying to conquer the world with Pokemon. The Rockets came and took over the building. So this seems where they're keeping all their hostages for currently. Alright. One more battle. We found number 3 of the 4 Rocket Brothers. Oh, I need to remember to switch out Paracy after this. Oh, and we got the paralysis. Okay. So, why is Slash such a good move? Well, that's because it has an increased critical hit chance. So, this move actually tends to crit fairly often. So we see we got a crit first try. If we do it again, let's see, second critical hit. It really helps kind of make up for Paracy's lack of attack due to that critical hit. Chance. And we found the fourth brother, and I forgot to switch Piracy out. Alright, he sends out a Cubone. Piracy comes out. Another slash. And another critical hit. And another critical hit. Keep forgetting to switch. Bone Club did not do anything. So, Slash is a very good move and is definitely something you should consider putting on one of your Pokemon. Mainly, the faster, even the better, because then it basically becomes a guaranteed critical hit move. And I could have waited to use it. Well, never mind. I forgot I was in a TM for a second. Okay, no more room for... Oh, gosh, dang it. Alright. Let's use these HP ups. Let's do our normal thing. Throw them on Gimbu. Even though it could make sense to throw them on Isis because of how much health she has and how we use it. So Ion, we got TM03. Swords Dance. Okay. This is another move I was waiting for. Primarily for Piracy. So Swords Dance. This is a non-damaging move. And I actually do think we'll get rid of Body Slam for it. And what it does is it raises the attack stat by 2 stages. Which means now we can use Spore, put them to sleep, Swords Dance to double his attack effectively, because I believe that's how much when you do 2 stages of Swords Dance, what it does. And then start hitting with Slash, and it is a monster of a move. And even if we don't get the critical hit, we still have the advantage with Swords Dance. Because I believe critical hits don't take advantage of your actual raised stats, so sometimes they can be worse. But it helps guaranteed him doing a lot of damage. And we can also use it for Leech Life, so we can use it to gain more health back. So there's another good use for it. We're helping kind of deal with his lower stats and making him more of an effective team member. Not that he hasn't been effective. He's actually been way better than I thought he might have been. Definitely glad to have given him a chance. Another Raticate. This is now just kind of starting to get more into jokey territory with us battling them, just due to the level difference. It's kind of ridiculous. Arbok. We'll just keep using Surf. Dig would probably guarantee a knockout, but the 2 turns it can be a little bit more iffy. Okay, Coughing. Gimbu should be fine. Get the knockout. And then Golbat. Well, we can use Ice Beam. Still no issues. And a critical hit, because it was totally necessary. Alright. Alright, key card. Another, it's really dangerous here. You came to save me. You can't. It wouldn't be bad if Team Rocket took over Silph or our Pokemon. That's a familiar looking back sprite. Team Rockets are after the Master Ball, which will catch any Pokemon. So now we see what their big goal is to get this Master Ball. Okay, I don't remember if there's anything over here. Okay. There is a scientist, an item, a calcium. And let's battle this. You mistook me for a Silph worker. Alright. Sends out Electrode. So he will probably have a good chance of outspeeding Gimbu. But since he didn't, we can use Dig and not have a hard time with this battle. And we gain some more experience. Muck. Okay. Let's use Dig. We avoided the disable. Hit it with Dig and got the knockout. The advantage of being 10 levels higher than them. Oh yay! Level 40! Okay, so now it's Kaiser's turn to hopefully hit level 40. One thing I do like doing when I'm training up my Pokemon is I actually like doing it in the order I caught them. It's just always been kind of a habit of mine. Okay, next floor. We fought this guy. Okay, yeah, I remember this. There's those beds that I tried to see if we could rest in and we couldn't. Right, there's that scientist. So on the last floors we started like warping around on. Okay. I think we're approaching the end of the main aspect of this. Okay. And I know, and I believe there is a specific warp tile we have to take. Okay, yeah, we already did this. This was like the weird one where you could walk around it. Did fight that guy. Come in here. Okay, yes, this is where I remember that, where you can heal up. And I think that's the specific warp tile. I might be wrong. Yeah, they do adore me. Okay. A Drowsy. Not necessarily the best matchup for Kaiser, but we do outlevel him by a fair amount. Helm of Strength. Get that knockout. Next is Grimer. No problem. Use Strength again. Oh. What did it disable? Poison Sting. Oh no, not Poison Sting. The move I haven't used in I don't even remember how many episodes. And a Machop. And we're just going to thrash you. Alright. Another rocket down. And let's see where this warp tile takes us. And that was incorrect. Oh yes, this is the fun part. Oh, there we go. There's the warp tile. Okay, it leads us to it. Green, what kept you, Phoenix? Haha, I thought you'd turn up if I waited here. I guess Team Rocket slowed you down. Not that I care. I saw you in Saffron, so I decided to see if you got better. So, Green got captured? Or fought his way through here just to battle us? Okay. Rockside takes out Pidgeot. Oh, I forgot to mention all the different Pokemon Green uses here. Okay, sending out Gyarados. I probably should have swapped out. But Rock Slide should take advantage of this. Ooh, Hydro Pump. That is the strongest water type move in the game. And as like with a lot of them, the trade-off is accuracy. But as you can see there, it hit extremely hard. And unfortunately took out Kaiser. Okay. So, in Red and Blue version, as we saw, your rival starts off with a level 37 Pidgeot, where in Yellow version he would start off with a level 38 Sandslash. Then he moves on to his level 38 Gyarados, which, depending on how your battling with him has went, will depend on his next team member. Let me check, I have to remember exactly how it works, because it depends on your win-loss ratio with him up till now. Okay. Oh, come on, how does it work? Okay, next he sends out Growlithe. So, how his team works... Okay, so if you win both first battles, your rival's Eevee evolves into a Jolteon. If you win the first battle, but lose or skip the second battle, or win the first battle, lose the second battle, he will have a Flareon, and if you lose both battles, he gets a Vaporeon. So, effectively, if you win both times, he gets a Jolteon, which resists your Pikachu. If you lose both times, he gets a Vaporeon, who's weak against your Pikachu. You get the advantage on him. But if you are middle ground, he gets Flareon, which neither has an advantage or a disadvantage. So depending on how you win there, it affects how he kind of builds his team. If he has Vaporeon, he will have Magneton and Ninetales for this battle. Magneton at level 35, Ninetales at level 37. If he has Jolteon, he will have Ninetales at level 35 and a Cloyster at level 37. And if he has Flareon, he will have a Cloyster at level 35, and a Magneton at level 37. So he kind of switches those out to cover the type he has as his Eevee. His fourth party member is a Kadabra in yellow version, where here we see he has it evolved into an Alakazam. The Kadabra will be level 35, the same as Alakazam here. Okay, so Alakazam is trying to recover health. This is one kind of joke about the AI, is that it tends to try to heal itself a lot when it doesn't have like really good moves to use against you. Okay, now try to use Disable. Swap over to Thunderbolt. And with his high special, it's kind of hard to hit him using a special attacker like Isis is. But we're getting that special drop really helps us. He is going to recover. This will cover 50% of his health. Hit him again with Psychic. It should do a bit more. Another special drop. He should be back to full health with this one. Yep. But if we can get those special drops, we can eventually kind of counteract him. But he's kind of just stalling right now. We can't really do much to Isis. But at the same time, we're not really doing that much to him. But that Thunderbolt did a lot of damage there. And luckily, didn't take much from that Psybeam, but we did get confused, and that's a concern. But we get the knockout. And Isis grows to level 40. Next is Venusaur. So this is where he uses his starter. Yes, I would like to switch. And you know what? Let's send out our starter against him. Yeah, we have the disadvantage with typing, but we have an advantage with Ice Beam. And we nearly got the knockout with a critical hit. Oh, he used a potion. Oh, thank goodness. He healed 20 HP. This is one also weird thing item-wise. Like, he doesn't have great items all the time. And we're ready for Boss Rocket. Well, Phoenix, I'm moving up and ahead. By checking my Pokédex, I'm starting to see what's strong and how they evolve. I'm going to the Pokemon League to boot out the Elite Four. I'll become the world's most powerful trainer. Phoenix, well, good luck to you. Don't sweat it. Smell ya! And there goes Green. Alright, if we talk to this guy, hello! Oh, hi, you're not a rocket. You came to save us? Why, thank you. I want you to have this Pokemon for saving us. Phoenix got Lapras. Do we want to give a nickname to Lapras? No. Since there's no room, Lapras was sent to the Pokebox 1 on the PC. It's Lapras, it's very intelligent. We kept it in our lab, but it will be much better off with you. I think you will be a good trainer for Lapras. It's a good swimmer. I'll give you a lift. It'll give you a lift. So Lapras is a water ice type. Single out the stage. Oh, that guy saw us by looking in the back. He wasn't even looking at us. That's funny. It's actually a really good Pokemon. It's a very decent gift Pokemon. And it's fairly bulky, can learn a fair amount of moves. So, I would say it's definitely a good consideration for your team. Whoops. Looked away for a second and accidentally tried to use Spore again. But let's set up with Swords Dance. Little sword going around. Attack greatly rose. Did wake up. Let's hit with Spore again. And you know what? Let's go crazy. Let's have Piracy just become ridiculous. So it's attack greatly rose again. Let's put you asleep one more time. Because the max you can boost a stat is by 6 stages. With Swords Dance, it raises it 2 each time. So after 3 uses, attack is maxed out. Now, let's start attacking. Let's use Leech Life. This should not be that great. And we nearly got the knockout with it. And if we use Slash real quick, get the knockout. Not too worried about it. Next he sends out Drowsy. Fight. Let's use Slash. We hit it. Get the knockout. It was a critical hit. Gain some experience. Next is Marowak. Decently defensive, but if we use Slash, we get the knockout. Not even a critical hit. And that's just due to how much damage Piracy can put out now with those Swords Dances. Alright. And now for the big boss. Alright. So sadly Kaiser is out of commission right now, but I think I'm going to just stick with it. I could use that max revive. I don't really want to. Phoenix. So we meet again. The president and I are discussing a vital business proposition. Keep your nose out of grown-up matters, or experience a world of pain. And once more, we battle Boss Giovanni. Giovanni starts off with a Nidorino. We send out Piracy. Let's have some fun with this. Let's get Piracy up. Use Spore. Put him to sleep. And Swords Dance. Oh, he woke up. Alright, well, let's go for Slash anyways. We got hit by Poison Sting. This will do a decent amount. But we hit with Slash and get the knockout. Not even needing a critical hit. Next he sends out Kangaskhan. We remember this was his ace from the previous battle. In yellow version he would instead have a Persian. More of his anime counterpart. But we hit with Slash. Half health, critical hit. The rage is building. Attack rose. So there is some danger with this. But we should be able to knock it out with Slash. And we got another critical hit. Okay, the rest of this battle is basically the same. He sends out Rhyhorn. It will resist our Slash. And we see with the critical hit, it didn't do that much. But luckily, Horn Attack is not that great of a move. We'll try Slash again. Another critical hit. He's down to half health. One more Slash. Not very effective. So we did see with the out of crit, it didn't do much. Let's try to go for Leech Life and see what this does. Okay, we got the knockout there. So it didn't resist it, so we actually did a fair bit more. And lastly is Nidoking. His last 2 Pokemon will be the same in yellow version, so there's not that much difference. Okay, Nidoqueen is poison type, so Leech Life should actually be able to do a lot if we survive, and unfortunately we do get the knockout. We get knocked out. Alright. So Gimbu should be able to easily take this. But really, this is a massive power jump from what we just fought. Literally, we just fought people in the 20s, and now he has level 40. It almost seems like you're kind of, well, depending on how it goes, you're either fairly leveled up when you go fight him and all that, or I don't know. It's just the leveling in this game is weird. I mean, our rival did have a 42, so it's kind of like we get stopped by our rival, and he's kind of a check. Alright, sounds like we're not done with Giovanni yet, but it's going to be kind of interesting. Hey, look, we can access our PC! Okay, we can't take out anymore. We can deposit, but our box is full. Yes, I'm going to change the box 3. I don't plan to deposit anyone yet, but kind of just dealing with that while I'm thinking about it. Alright, here is the president of Silph Co. Thank you for saving Silph. I'll never forget you saved us in our moment of peril. I have to thank you in some way. Because I am rich. I can give you anything. Here, maybe this will do. You have no room for this. Well, it's a good thing there's a PC down here and I completely forgot about it. Alright. Because we really want to pick up this item. I did not mean to drop that off. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's drop off some of these TMs and vitamins. Because they will be of more use later. And drop off the rare candy. No, I do not want to drop off my Ultra Balls. We will need more of those. Okay, should be good. I can do the rest in between episodes. But first, I definitely want to make sure I remember to retrieve my Pokeflute. Alright. Now let's see what we get. Yes, yes. You're rich. And our reward is the Master Ball. This is something you need to be very careful with not to use at the wrong time. So thank you for rescuing all of us. We admire your courage. So the Master Ball will catch a Pokemon without fail. It bypasses the check for like trying to catch something. So there is no worry about some weird number thing happening. I know there's like always a rumor I heard growing up where you had a small chance of it failing, but that is not true. But with that, we have defeated Team Rocket basically for the last time. Granted, Giovanni did say he would see us once more, but that's for another time. So next time on Let's Play Pokemon Blue version, we take on our 6th gym. And then we start making our way south to the 7th gym and soon to another legendary Pokemon. I will see you next time.